Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. Today we are building strength and flexibility in our backs. So find a little bit of space to move. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get started. All right, you guys, find a nice comfy seat to start. We'll bring our hands to our knees and take a nice big inhale, sitting up as tall as you can, and then pull your shoulders up to your ears, pull them back and drop them down, and then do that again. Make it a little bit more fluid, a nice shoulder roll. Let's do one more. Awesome work. So with another inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, start to turn your upper body, your chest over to that right side. So maybe the left hand wants to find the right knee, maybe not. Just go as far as your body lets you go. And then take an inhale, sit a little taller. Exhale, hold your twist. One more breath in and out. Using an inhale, bring yourself back to face the front, hands to your knees, sit nice and tall. And exhale to the left. Just finding that twist, being nice and gentle. And take an inhale, sit a little taller. Exhale, hold it. One more breath in and out. Awesome. Use an inhale, bringing yourself back to face the front. Let's take another shoulder roll. And then one more. And then one more. I like to do things in threes. Awesome, you guys. All right, bring your hands to the floor in front of you, finding your hands and knees. Let's continue to warm up the spine with cat and cow. So you inhale, drop your belly towards your mat, lift your chest, maybe your chin. You could look forwards, you could look all the way up. As you exhale, round the spine, draw that belly button in, push into your palms, and bring your chin towards your collarbone. And then using an inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, the chin. And exhale, slowly rounding. Awesome, you guys. Let's do one more. Inhale. And an exhale. Awesome work, you guys. Coming back to a nice flat back. Spread your fingers a little bit wider. Tuck your toes underneath. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your knees up and find downward facing dog. Taking just a few moments here. Maybe pedal the feet a little. Still warming up. Noticing how your body's feeling today. Those shoulders, those hamstrings, those hips, everywhere. Awesome work, you guys. Let's use an inhale and look forwards between the hands. Exhale, start to walk your feet all the way to the top of your mat. As you inhale, start to lift your upper body about halfway up. Bring your hands to your shins or maybe your knees. Find some length through your spine, so maybe lift the chest a little more. Almost like you want to arch your back like we were in our cat and cow. Just a little arch. Nice job, you guys. Pull your belly button back towards your spine. Take another inhale and an exhale. Slowly fold and just let your upper body be heavy. Pausing here in a forward fold. Taking all the weight out of the back of your neck. Maybe you can look to your knees or even close your eyes. If it feels right, rock your hips side to side. And we're going to stay here just a little longer, but I want you to bend your knees a lot. Let's forget about the hamstrings and think about our back. Lengthening through the low back, the mid back, all the way to the upper back. Awesome work, you guys. So using an inhale, we're going to roll up to standing. Or you can come up however you'd like. But if you're coming up with a slow roll, like a rag doll, just use an inhale. Start to lift up one vertebrae at a time. Let your arms just dangle the whole way Tuck your chin to your collarbone. Let your head be the last thing to reach the top. Once you get there, roll your shoulders back and down. Awesome, you guys. All right, take your left foot and step it back a bit. Setting up our pyramid stance. So I want you nice and balanced. Your belly button is shining forwards. Both of our heels down. Both of our legs are straight. We're going to bring our hands to our hips and we're going to start to tip forwards. So you can have a little bend through that front leg. I want you to start to draw your belly button in. So we're going to come only halfway for this. So we want our back to be parallel to the floor. So you can keep your hands on your hips. I want you to draw your belly button in. Nice, strong core. You're going to feel some work through the legs as well. And if you really want to go for it, we're going to reach our arms above our head or for the front of the room. Woo, this is really hard. So draw that belly button in, reach those fingertips forwards, try to shift some weight into that back foot instead of giving it all to that front foot, but really thinking about that back body here. Draw your belly button in, strong through the core. We've been building so much strength for the back right now. Awesome work, you guys. Stay for an inhale if you're reaching forwards. And as you exhale, slowly bring your hands back to your hips and inhale, lift up, stand tall. Back foot's coming up to the top of your mat. Right foot is coming backwards. So set up your nice balanced stance. Remember your belly button shining forward. Our hips are squared. Hands to the hips. Start to inhale. And as you exhale, tipping forwards. So again, you might be tipping a little bit, you might be coming halfway, but no further than halfway. Draw that belly button in. We want to find that work. We want to find that work where we have to engage our core to hold our upper body up and work our back here. So the hands can stay on the hips or maybe reaching for the front of the room again. Keeping your gaze down at your big toe. I forgot to mention last time, if you're looking forward at your beautiful fingertips, just look down. Keep your neck in line with your spine. Draw that belly button in. Breathe. Awesome work, you guys. Squeezing that core a little tighter. And then take one more inhale if you're reaching forwards. Exhale, slowly bring the hands back to your hips. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale. Back foot's coming to the top of your mat. Awesome work, you guys. Shake it out a little bit if you need to. But bringing your hands to your sides when you're ready. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, take a nice half lift. And exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Step your feet back into downward facing dog. Awesome, you guys. Okay, so your feet are going to be about hip width apart. We're going to use an inhale and come into a high plank. Feel free to drop to your knees. And then exhale, lower yourself all the way down onto your stomach. Okay, find the top of your feet and slide your feet out to the edges of your mat. So your hands are going to stay under your shoulders, or you could come onto your forearms. We're going to take a cobra. So either from the forearms or the hands, you're just going to use an inhale to lift your chest, roll those shoulders back. You can stay nice and low. You could come a little higher, but I want you to relax. This is supposed to be our flexibility cobra. Drop those shoulders, let your hips be heavy. Feel that love through your low back, but soften your glutes. Nice job, you guys. All right, take one more inhale here. And an exhale, lower your chest back down. So you can keep your legs out wide or you can bring them back in. Our hands are staying under the shoulders or maybe the forearms. But we're going to lift our chest back up again for our cobra. Except this time, I don't want you to use your hands to push you up or your forearms to hold you up. I want you to lift that chest as high as your back strength allows you. And then maybe even lifting the hands off of your mat so that you know that you're not cheating. So we probably aren't very high. You might be really high. You might be really low, somewhere in between. That's perfectly fine. Just feel that work through the back. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale, relax. Awesome, you guys. Start to tuck your toes under. Hands are under those shoulders. We're going to push ourselves back up either into a plank or onto your hands and your knees. And then send your hips nice and high for downward facing dog. Awesome work, you guys. So you can stay here in down dog if it's a nice shoulder opener for you, or you can lower to your knees and take puppy dog with me. Reaching your arms out in front. Those hips are still nice and high. It's like half a downward dog. Let your forehead drop. Let your chest drop. Awesome job, you guys. So using an inhale, start to lift yourself back up. Climb up onto your hands, tuck your toes. We're meeting in downward facing dog, so you might already be there. But with an inhale, we're going to come back into our plank. Option to lower to the knees, but exhale, lower all the way down onto your stomach. Untuck your toes, spread your feet out to the edges of your mat. That wide-legged cobra again. So inhale, lift the chest, roll those shoulders back and down, come as high as you would like. Get that stretch through the back body, maybe your abdominals. Anywhere else, take one more inhale. And exhale, lower the chest, bring the legs in if you would like. And this time, no weight in those forearms or hands. Use an inhale, lift your chest. Cobra. Working that back. Awesome work, you guys. Take one more inhale. And exhale, lower the chest, tuck the toes, push yourself back up into your plank or onto your hands and knees, and then meet or find your way in downward facing dog. Awesome, you guys. Just another breath here. Stay for an inhale. And exhale, lower your knees to the mat. So standing on your knees here. Roll your mat over if you need a little extra padding, but spread your knees so they're hip width apart. Our hands are going to come to the low back. You're just going to gently push the hips forward and lift the chest, lift the chin, camel pose. Again, we're doing a nice back bend here. Being gentle, only going as far as your body lets you go. Some of you might be able to see the back wall. If that is the case, you could bring your hands to your heels. We're only doing one of these today, so enjoy it. Awesome work, you guys. Using a nice big inhale, lift yourself back up. And then bring your hands to your mat. Let's take child's pose. You can bring your knees out nice and wide. Pushing into your palms, creating as much length for your spine as you can as you send your hips back to your heels and rest your forehead all the way down on the mat. Awesome work, you guys. Using an inhale, start to come back up. We're just going to slide forward onto our stomach. If you would like to stay in child's pose a little longer, go for it. But we're going to lay on our stomach and make our way into locust. So, a few options here, you guys. Our hands are coming beside us. Hands are coming beside the hips. If you're able to tuck them underneath and bring your forearms together, you can give that option a try, or just have your hands to the outside of your hips. So if your elbows don't like being tucked underneath your hips, you can have your hands at your sides. But our legs are together. We're going to rest our chin on the mat. So not a cheek, but a chin. And then you're just going to start to lift your right foot and shin and knee and maybe the quad. But I want you to keep that hip down. The right hip is going to stay down. Everything else in that leg can lift. Squeeze that glute. This is for the low back and that glute. Awesome, you guys. Take another inhale. And slowly exhale. Lower that right leg right next to the left one. Big toes can touch. Heels can just fall out to the side a little bit. And then we're going to try the left side. So start with the foot, the shin, the knee, maybe that quad. Lift that leg as high as you can, but without lifting the hip. Awesome work, you guys. Take another inhale. And exhale. Let that leg come down. You can turn your palms to face up. Take them out from under you if they were tucked in. And just rest a cheek. Take a moment to relax. Nice work, you guys. So we're going to bring our chin back to the mat. We're going to turn our palms to face down, but they're not going to be right beside your hips. They're going to come out a little bit, so they might end up off your mat. We're going to use an inhale to lift everything up. The legs, the arms, the chest, just on those hips and that belly button. Squeezing everything. Spread your fingers wide. If your feet are out nice and wide like mine, let's try to bring them together. Ooh, might feel a little different. Take another inhale and exhale. Relax. Bring your opposite cheek to the mat. You might want to turn your palms to face up and bring them a little closer. Awesome work, you guys. Slowly start to bring your hands under your shoulders. We've got to push ourselves all the way back up. Onto the hands and knees. We're going to have a seat. So bringing your legs out in front. We'll start with our knees nice and bent. Take an inhale, sit tall. Sit tall. And then if you want to start to bring the chest towards the knees, round the back a little bit if it feels good. Any discomfort through that low back, just keep sitting nice and tall. If it feels good to round a little bit, you can round. You can even start to send the legs out a little longer, coming into a forward fold. And if you're folding forward, just using an inhale to lift up, we're just going to cross the right leg over top of the left, bringing that knee towards the chest. Take an inhale, sit tall. And as you exhale, turn over to that right side for a twist. And with an inhale, let's come back to face the front. Exhale for your counter twist. And then bringing yourself back. Uncross your legs, right leg out, left leg crossing over top. Hug that knee, sit tall, inhale. And exhale as you twist. Awesome work, you guys. Using an inhale, bring yourself back to face the front, all the way to the opposite side if you want that counter twist. And then bringing yourself to face the front. Uncross your legs. Just walk your feet in a little bit so that the knees are bent. We're going to hang onto the back of our legs, and we're going to slowly rock or roll down, but then we're going to come back up. So it's just get a little momentum so that you can rock forwards and backwards. You don't have to come all the way up. You can make these rocks a little bit smaller, but I just want you to massage your spine here. Massage your back. Nice work, you guys. Just a few more rocks. This doesn't feel good if you're on a really hard surface and your spine's like, ouch. You don't have to do it. You can rock side to side instead. Awesome work, you guys. Whew. So once you rock down one more time, stay down, slow down that rock. Start to walk your legs out to the bottom of your mat.
to the edges of your mat. Place your right hand on your belly button and your left hand on your heart. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Awesome work today, you guys. Stay here as long as you have time for. And until we meet again, enjoy the rest of your day and namaste.